lines of the song you brought up because it's been spinning in my head. So I want to get it.
Okay, absolutely. Go ahead.
Out of my head.
Okay.
Okay, here we are. कोरी चुनरिया तुमोरी मैं माया जा वो दुनिया मेरे बाबुल का घर ये दुनिया ससुराल आ जाके बाबुल से नजर मिलाऊं कैसे घर जाऊं कैसे लगा चुनरी मुदार. Okay, now we can move on.
Very nice. Beautiful. Thank you. Okay, so here maybe Bharat can come out of his parde ke piche. Can you come to the screen? There you go. Okay, if anybody has any haldi question or he wants to say something.
I have a question for Bharatji. Bharatji, is there any harm in eating too much haldi?
Good question.
So the excess of haldi just comes out of the system and doesn't affect the body.
Yeah, that's a good question, but I don't have a good answer. There was a guy, Dean Brenner from the University of Michigan, who was trying to find a toxic dose of turmeric in humans. And he had gone up to 40 grams a day. He could not find a toxic dose. So point of the matter is, I'm sure there is, but so far, as high as 40 grams a day did not hurt anybody.
That's great. Thank you.
Still, I don't recommend anybody going that high. As I mentioned, that my personalized, and there is a whole medicine called personalized medicine, which means the dose for you, dose for me, and dose for everybody else is different. So they have to ask themselves that what is the issue that they have in mind, and then how much should they take that will help them.
I have one question. Is there something we have to add with haldi to get more absorption in the body? Because my son was telling me maybe you should mix some black pepper or something,
Black pepper has been known for almost 20 years.
Right.
There is a place in Jammu, Indian Institute of Integrated Medicine, and they were the first one to show that black pepper blocks the degradation. Therefore, adding black pepper, that turmeric and a lot of other things are more effective as a result of it. So that is what, we formed a company called Curry Pharmaceutical.
Right.
With that, we went to the FDA for approval for turmeric, curcumin, and apparently they declined. And the reason for that being, it has been around for thousands of years. We don't need their approval. So therefore, you go home and eat as much as you want.
Right.
And then, however, people have patented black pepper together with the turmeric. Therefore, they have come up with what they call super curcumin or super haldi. And so the patent is there, but that again does not mean a whole lot in terms of making money.
Because I've been making tea every day. We have mixed, haldi and black pepper all in one, and cinnamon. And then we just put it there.
You simply cannot go wrong. If you have seen our book called Healing Spices, and apparently everything is mentioned in there. There are 50 different spices. And we all know Vasco da Gama, Christopher Columbus, and Jose Caballo. They are all looking for spices.
Right.
And those spices, basically, bottom line is in just 2 sentences. One is virtually every disease known to man is linked with inflammation, Agni Devta. And if you can control the inflammation, you can control control the disease. There is no better way to control inflammation than by spices. So more you experiment with different kind of spices, the better. So whether it is turmeric or 49 other spices, you can only help yourself. You cannot hurt yourself.
See, when I went to Rishikesh, I went to Sivananji's ashram, and he wrote a book. He was a doctor originally. So in 1900 something, he said, if you have a tooth problem, you cannot remember God. So first thing he wrote was this called bazaar drugs.
Yeah.
In all the spices and what they cure, So they gave me the book. They said, this is like $1 worth book, but it has all the data in it,
It's very interesting, you mentioned about that institute and that ashram and everything.
Right.
Because it just so happened that is what I was reading this morning
Oh, wow.
about turmeric, about the Himalayan Institute of Medical Sciences. And there is a Swami Rama Himalayan University, Dehradun. And then there is a Gautam Buddha University. And all these places are in Dehradun and Rishikesh.
Right.
And they are all talking about curcumin and turmeric,
Yeah.
how it can help in wide variety of diseases and what does it bind to and so forth.
Right.
So wide variety of diseases, it is mentioned all in that review. If anybody is interested, I can shoot them right by the, same source.
Sure.
I had a quick question, Bharat ji. ये मैं Costco से खरीद के लाई हूँ. It's a very practical question. So it looks like this, in case anybody wants to see. It is, it says powerful, mighty gold organic turmeric. और ये it looks like हल्दी है. It looks like adrak, adrak जैसे होती है. So I was just wondering.
I know very well. Yeah, go ahead.
So then my question is this: कि इसको छीलने काटने में और ब्लेंड करने में ना आपके हाथ पीले हो जाते हैं और it kind of blender भी पीला हो गया and things, which is fine. I mean, for the benefit it gives you. लेकिन क्या जो हम खाने में डालते हैं already पिसा हुआ powder, would that be equally beneficial?
So Uma has bought that. This is a ginger family. Turmeric belongs to ginger family. So there is a white ginger and there is a yellow ginger. So what you are talking about is a yellow ginger.
Yes.
And so you can use it for cooking, no harm done whatsoever. And that is where the turmeric comes from. And that is where pure cumin comes from. And that is what gives the yellow color. And so question is how much and all of that, and that is again very personalized.
No,
there is absolutely no harm done.
No, not in cooking. I'm using it to blend it with, like I was drinking in the morning. तो वो blend करने के लिए इसको पीना चाहिए या ordinary जो हम खाने में हल्दी डालते हैं वही डाल दें किसी जूस में और वो पी लें. तो
my answer is more the merrier. So both are good. Either way, any way you can consume it. Simply you are trying to control the inflammation.
Right.
So, what is convenient for you may not be convenient for me or vice versa. So it is a matter of convenience. That whichever way you find it suitable. Highly personalized.
So,
दोनों में फायदा है. दोनों में equal फायदा है.
Yeah, absolutely. There is nothing there is no data to indicate that one is worse than the other. Or better than the other.
हाँ जी, प्रेम जी बोलिए.
भारत जी, क्योंकि हम इतनी सब्जियां तो इतना खाते नहीं है. My husband and I take capsules, curcumin capsules.
I do too, so that also helps.
I don't know whether you can see it or not. And this is the capsule I have sitting right on my desk.
Yeah, that's what we did.
And apparently that is what I take. It so happened that my name is Bharat So I wanted to contribute something to Bharat. So I organized my first conference in India in 2004. And Abdul Kalam came to inaugurate it. And right when the conference was going on, there was a guy waiting right outside. And apparently I said, what are you doing here? He said, I want you to come to my factory. I said, what factory? He said, his factory makes turmeric, curcumin.
Yeah.
And 70% of the curcumin goes out of his factory. And that company is called Synthite. His name is Viju Jacob. So they are the one, biggest manufacturer of curcumin and turmeric and all of that. Just for your information. And that is who orders this one. And sorry. So that's what we are taking.
Something similar to that. And Costco carries it.
So,
Costco now everywhere, I mean, at one time, it was very, very hard to get hold of. Now you are absolutely right.
So last week I saw an interview of some guy. He gave a lot of interviews on spirituality. Interview with Sadhguru, breakfast with Sadhguru. And he had in his plate 2 small balls, one of turmeric and one of neem. He said that's what he takes for breakfast.
Amazing.
So,
unreal. No, but that is, again, all of these things we have worked quite extensively. And as I said, there is only 2 sentences. One is inflammation.
Yeah.
And second is how to control inflammation. Both neem as well as turmeric controls inflammation.
Yeah, right. That's what.
So that's the bottom line.
Yeah.
तो ये है जो कि कॉस्को में मिलता है. तो I bought this also, ये वाला turmeric. लेकिन when I was in India, I got this. मैंने उमा जी को एक मैसेज भेजा था, तो बोली कि इंडिया में मिलता है, तो I got this one. Now I don't know it. If you can see this.
I can see it. So I don't know if you can see this one. This is coming from Synthite.
So can you please?
And this is what Uma bought it from Synthite.
इसकी फोटो प्लीज आप लेकर के डाल सकते हैं हमारे लिंक पे. जो भारत जी जो आप लेते हैं, I think आपने रिसर्च कर रखी होगी. That must be better than what I have.
I think they might be the same because it maybe supplier may be same. I don't know, but this one because we knew the guy, the owner.
So cheap. You cannot cheat on it.
Right.
Now it's
So
no more
cheap.
cheap. अभी सभी लोग बहुत पैसे बना रहे हैं. They are all jacked up the price, double, triple कर दिया.
So you hear her. She knows better.
Oh yeah, they have. But I wanted to say one thing
Some
that.
time ago,
Sorry.
I think we got Indian stores say this what he called as adrak, which is like haldi.
Yeah.
You can grind it and use it too.
Yeah.
That's the same thing.
So it is a sattvic herb, by the
No
way.
issue.
Sattvic.
Perfect.
Yeah, that's fresh haldi.
Yeah. That is the best.
This is supposed to work on the mind also. Mind becomes sattvic. At some effect, turmeric has some effect on the mind. That also.
Yeah. So Joe, talking about this haldi. So this is the one that I'm using, but I want to use now. I will use the other one because इसमें बहुत काम और.
I just wanted to mention the word science or scientist did not exist until 1500. That's when the word science started. Until that time, Rishi Munis were the scientists. And Rishi Munis have written about haldi, about turmeric. What is just like Vishnu Sahasranaam, there is a haldi Sahasranaam that has been written about haldi. They're given all different names based upon what it does. So if anybody is interested, I will be glad to share with them. And so that all tells you all the properties of haldi, what it does.
I would please, if you can just put the link or something, then we can read about it more.
So as I said, Madhu Nashini. Madhu means sugar, Nashini means destroys.
Nashini, okay. I
Madhu
see.
Nashini,
Okay.
which
Then
means anti-diabetic. Rubber Gavasa. Rubber means fat, Gavasa means disappears. Anti-obesity. So in this way, there's a whole list of names what haldi does. And as I said, it has been known for thousands of years.
Ratri Manika, fluorescent.
Bharatji, your book that you gave me, Healing Spices, amazing reference book. For any spice, I go to that book first.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah,
It is a part of our culture, and man without a culture is a vulture. So we better use our culture, So I think that is the ideal thing, and spices is a very much integral part of India. And as you know, Vasco da Gama, Christopher Columbus, Jose Cabral, they were all looking for spices.
Right.
No, we go to your book anytime we, encounter a new spice and want to know more about it. Thanks.
And yet nobody has found a cancer that these spices cannot kill. I challenge you. So that's another thing, that people who eat spices, they have the least amount of cancer. And India has the lowest incidence of cancer in the world. America has the highest incidence of cancer in the world. And as India is becoming Americanized, cancer is going up and up and up, even in India.
And also, Bharatji, doesn't haldi help? It works against Alzheimer's disease.
Definitely. There are a lot of papers. There are 7,000 papers on haldi. And Alzheimer is one of them. Parkinson is another one.
Yes.
That haldi helps. So a lot of studies have been published, and I can send a review where we have put it all together. As you know, that the way the research works, you do first in the test tube, you do the animal, and then you do humans. So human clinical trials are the most relevant to you and me and all of us. So in this review, we have put together all the clinical trials that have been done with the haldi. So there are 500 clinical trials. We have put all that together in one review. If anybody is interested, you can look it up, what disease and how much is the dose. That works. So that will tell you all what you need to know, and that is already known.
So how do I access that?
How do you access that?
He will send it to everybody. He can send it to everybody.
Is Geeta class group is okay?
No, put on Upanishad class.
It is already gone through Geeta group.
Okay, that's all right.
You can delete it after you're done. After it's done, it is already gone.
But you can change it to Upanishad.
It's okay. This time it's okay. But just anytime anybody wants to share, just share on the Upanishad class, because Geeta, then that's all.
So I think after everybody download, they can delete it. You can delete it.
It's okay. It's all right.
So it's already gone.
No worries, no problem. This is, I think, very relevant and helpful for everyone concerned.
So you said Upanishad class is better to communicate?
Yeah, we are the same people, but we communicate all the other subjects beside the class. That's
So
all.
I send it by Upanishad class also.
Okay, everybody got double dose of haldi already.
Yeah.
So everybody has their own concoction. Oh, by the way, it is not just for humans, but it is if you have a problem with the termites, problem with ants, so problem with coronavirus. So it is antibacterial, antiviral, antifungal, anti-termite. Okay, the list is very, 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 very long, and you can even experiment with it if you have a problem with ants in your house, or other stuff, mildew growing. Turmeric will take care of it.
I sent it on the Upanishad on your behalf.
Got 3 doses.
Oh, I had sent it, so they got it second time.
Reggie, actually, I was thinking someone should come up with a turmeric band-aid,
Oh,
there is already.
They already did. They already did.
We have it. Oh yes. So so this is a way of making money.
Yeah.
So Johnson & Johnson made a turmeric band-aid.
Well, they beat me to it, So.
So this is just a way of making money. It's simply wherever you have a wound, you put a little bit turmeric and put any kind of band-aid. You don't even need this turmeric band-aid, but it is available in case if anybody. Johnson & Johnson, you go on their website. Yes.
If you get a cut, just sprinkle a little haldi, and you can.
Exactly.
It goes away very fast. Actually, I don't even use the other Neosporin or anything anymore. I always use turmeric, and it just works like a charm.
It is that easy. Yeah. And even coronavirus, we published a paper. We were the first one to publish a paper on coronavirus killing killed by haldi, and now there are 200 papers on coronavirus and haldi. Same thing with HIV. HIV has been around now almost 20 years. And I was in San Francisco at the time when it was discovered. And even HIV completely killed by haldi. So anybody has any question about it?
Conclusion is eat a lot of haldi and you will be healthy.
And as I said, the dose is very personalized. That everybody has a different issues to deal with, so they decide how much dose for them. And that's why you don't need a doctor, you don't need anybody. You decide, you are your own doctor.
So hopefully everybody will, whoever I'm seeing will come to the Shri Mandir next week.
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
And then after that, we will, whoever wants to, we can go to that Madras place across, and we can even Chennai Tiffin, and we can continue our Haldi Katha and Upanishad Katha both over there. You can think about your questions and bring it even there. So shall we close?
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Okay.
And I'll send it. We'll meet in Sri Mandir. Okay. Hari Om.
Thank you.
Hari Om.
Thank you, Mani.
Hari
Thank you.
Om.